Hi there, Lee here again. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to set up a project with SDL and C++. The tools we're going to use today are the internet and Visual Studio. I'm going to use Visual Studio 2012, but Visual Studio 2010, 2008 and 2005 will be fairly similar. Okay, so first of all, as you can see here, I've set up a sources folder in my C directory. What we're going to use this for is to create a central place for all of the SDL source files. So what I'm just going to do here is go to Google and type in libsdl. If I move that there, you can see that I've typed in libsdl into Google, and the top link here is simple direct media layer. This may change in the future and it may not be the top link, so take note of the web address. It's libsdl.org. So we're going to go to there, and the current version when I'm recording this video is 1.2. So I'm going to go to download section here, and funnily enough SDL 1.2 is there. Again, this may change, so just go for the top link, I think. Okay, so as you can see at the top it says 1.2.15. Now that's the version I'm going to use. Feel free to try and find this version online if it's no longer available on this website. But for now we're just going to use the latest version, the latest stable version, and we're going to go to the bottom here, which is development libraries, Win32, and this Visual C++ area here. So it should say SDL devel, and then at the end of the file name it's vc.zip. Click on that and that will begin the download, and then we'll click on that and wait for this to finish. This is finished now, so what we have is a zip file which is opened in Windows, as you can see here. What I'm going to do is open my other sources folder as well and just drag that across here, which will copy it into my sources folder. As soon as that's done, we can close that. We don't need that anymore. What I'm going to do is go back onto the internet and type in SDL image. As you can see here, the top link at this time is SDL_image. I'm going to click on that, and it's a project on the libsdl.org website. I'm going to go into this Windows section again under the binary and look for the one which has got devel in the name, which is short for development if you didn't know, and click on that one. That will again begin the download. Open that, move our sources folder over to the left a little bit so we can see. Okay, so this one you have SDL_image rather than just SDL, and what we're going to do is go into this and you'll see include and lib. There are some other files in here as well, but we don't need to worry about them. Go into the SDL folder and we see the include and lib folders. Obviously there are some other ones as well, but again we don't need to pay attention to them. So lib and include, highlight them and copy them over, and they should paste in there without problem. We can now go ahead and close this SDL image and close the internet. That's right, close the internet. Open our Visual Studio project here, Visual Studio even, and we're going to create a new project. So File, New, Project. And as you can see here, I've gone into Other Languages, Visual C++, General. Oh, we're not going into General, excuse me. We're going to Win32, and Win32 Project here. I'm going to name this Tutorial SDL, and then just going to press OK. We don't need to worry about the solution name or anything else. So at this point we click Next, Windows Application, Empty Project, and then click Finish. It's fairly simple. We've set up our project here, and what I need to do now is include the SDL headers into the project and also the library files into the project. So what I'm going to do is right click on Tutorial SDL under the Solution, Properties, and you should be greeted with this screen here. What I'm going to do is go to VC++ directories, and then under include directories, the down arrow and edit. If I double click into this box here, we can see that there's a button here with 3 dots on it. I'm going to click on that, and then that brings up the file dialog. So I'm going to quickly go to C, sources, SDL, and because we're looking at the include directories currently, we're just going to double click on include and then select folder. Click OK to that, and the same done for library, except obviously changing the end bit from include to library. Now in the lib folder there are 2 folders. One is x64 and one is x86. And for the sake of catering for everyone, I'm going to go for the x86. And then select folder. Click OK and then apply. Then you should have these 2 black things here. We're going to go to linker now and click the down arrow on that, and then go to input, and we should have a screen similar to this. Now in this additional dependencies box in the top, we're going to click the down arrow again, click edit, and then in here we're greeted with a nice text box. And the ones that we're going to include into here are going to be sdl.lib and sdl-main.lib. Click OK and apply, and OK again, and that should be that. We're now going to write our simple entry for the program. Right click on tutorial SDL, go to add, new item, go to C++ file, and we call this main.cpp. In here we're going to do int main, int argc, and char args. And just to check this build, we're going to go to build solution. And we have one unresolved external, and the main is already defined. So what we're going to do here is hash include sdl.h, and then you can see that main has now gone a different color. F6, build again, and you'll see that the build has succeeded. But funnily enough, guys, that is it. So for the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to start with the game loop and get a simple window being displayed. But for now, guys, that's it. If you found this tutorial has too much information, please let me know. Similarly, if there's not enough information in the tutorial for you to be able to do this on your own, please let me know. If there's anything else I can do for you, please leave a comment in the comment box below the video. And until next time, guys, goodbye.